Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Mace, coming to you from British Columbia up in Canada, and today's video is a Trump supporter getting caught in a lie. Immediately backtracks. Trump supporters and the Trumposphere and lies. Name a better duo, right? Like, the entire political philosophy is essentially based on lies, and repeating lies so often that they become drilled into the minds, especially of his supporters, but also just all of the political rhetoric and the way that Trump uses language, right? It certainly has been effective for him to capture the minds of, all of the MAGA drones, but yeah, his sort of political gamesmanship from the beginning was sort of like this, he speaks his mind and he has no filter. And so his acolytes, the sycophants in the sphere and all of his voters, they can just, put aside any lie that he says, right? Let's get into this. So I'm curious what she's going to lie about.
He said when he was running that he wouldn't defund the police, and he's done that. And I think that's a huge...
Wait, who defended the police? Is she talking about Biden? That didn't happen.
...reason why we see so much crime today. I think that...
Biden has defunded the police? Where?
Well, I mean, he hasn't defunded them, but he's defunded a lot of the police.
What did you just say, though?
Because that is done on a citywide level, not the national level.
That's true. But, I mean, overall, I think that this is the scariest times that we have lived in.
That last thought was the biggest indicator that Republican scare tactics
Overall, I think I effed up.
are working. Dismiss the faulty reason you're afraid, but just point out that you're afraid without really knowing why. Donald Trump figures supporters will stay loyal to his self-serving life of using people because he lives by the MAGA golden rule to blatantly lie, even when it's obvious.
Are you thinking of potentially trying to use campaign money to pay some of those penalties that you might incur?
What penalties?
In the New York fraud case, the defamation case.
I didn't do anything wrong. I mean, that's been proven as far as I'm concerned. And actually, we won in the Court of Appeals. You probably saw that. That case has been largely won in the Court of Appeals. That was a political case coordinated with the White House by the Attorney General, I assume is what you're talking about. And we won that case largely in the Court of Appeals.
Largely.
That's a ridiculous case.
It's pretty widespread. If he refused to acknowledge the 586th court case that he's lost, this time to the woman he was found to have sexually assaulted and then defamed, why should he acknowledge the fact that he lost the 2020 election?
And they used COVID to cheat, and they did a lot of other things too. We're not going to let that happen, and that's still going along. We don't forget. You can never forget history, because if you forget, you never recover from it, and you.
So the entire political situation right now is pretty exhausting. I think Trump is a person that fans the flames of political division, and it's not just Trump. It's, I would say, the elites in general. They want us at each other's throats. And the thing is, the Democrats, the Republicans, the political leadership in most countries, to be honest, are self-serving and also serving their masters. Unfortunately, I don't know where we can go. The divide is obviously only growing between the ultra-wealthy and everybody else, the proletariat. Like, the extraction of wealth is insane. We've seen that through the pandemic. And when there is emergencies and catastrophes and certainly the pandemic, I think, is a good example of how much wealth was extracted and just sent. Essentially, the elites just, that's how they do it, in conjunction with the government. The people at the top, the man behind the man behind the man behind the throne, right? It's classic. And Trump is a incendiary person, obviously, and he stirs up a lot of political division, which is part of his game plan. But The only shitty thing is, it doesn't really matter who's in power. That, you know, we're gonna have the same issues until, I don't know. It's certainly not sustainable. I feel like it's gonna get worse unless people start uniting a little bit. But
You repeat, and we're not going to repeat.
It's weird that no one asks Trump that since he says they used COVID to cheat, why didn't he do more to resolve COVID in an appropriate manner so that they couldn't use it to cheat? He's made it very clear to loyalists that nothing is ever his fault,
How
just
does
so
they
he
use
can
COVID to
artificially
cheat?
play partisan politics, even though his political opponents in his own party keep telling on him.
Former President Trump has indicated to senators that he does not want us to solve the problem at the border. He wants to lay the blame for the border at Biden. And the idea that someone running for president would say, please hurt the country so I can blame my opponent and help my politics is a shocking development.
Do you think this is what he wants, the issue, Donald Trump? This is why he's doing it?
I think the border is a very important issue for Donald Trump. And the fact that he would communicate to Republican senators and congresspeople that he doesn't want us to solve the border problem because he wants to blame Biden for it is really appalling.
When Mitt Romney tells the truth, it doesn't even matter to the MAGA base because facts and reality are easily manipulated. And no one knows or reveals this overused strategy better than Donald Trump, except when he tells on himself. But he tries to mask it with a large serving of projection.
If you say it long enough, hard enough, often enough, people will start to believe it.
yeah, it's kind of an Orwellian turn of phrase there from Donny Boy. Yeah, you know, the corporate oligarchy in conjunction with the political elite and the elites at every pretty much industry, they all kind of coagulate and galvanize their positions to increase the amount of wealth being extracted. You know, CEOs making $12 to $20 million a year or something, right? And then that's just an example, but say a CEO making 15 million in a year while the company cannot even pay living wages to its employees, who are obviously the creators of the wealth. Yeah, executives just completely raiding the coffers, and that's the way it's been done for a long time. But yeah, politics is the new religion, essentially, I would say. It's crazy times, I would say. All right, we'll see you soon. Peace out, everybody.